After a long winter of snow and cold weather, baseball is back, and so is the CABC National live stream. Welcome to Nelson Park for this year's first nationally televised or nationally broadcasted game between the visitors, the Waterloo Tigers, and the home team for this game, the Burlington Brants. We'll get to the lineups here in a second. Interesting matchup here tonight as we have the top two teams in the COBA Major Baseball League here in Ontario. Set the lock horns. Just doing the last minute kind of details here, getting lineups exchanged at the plate, and we'll be just about ready to go as we set up here at the park. We'll go through Waterloo's lineup first. Leading off, playing center field, number 27, Sean Skorupski. Batting second, the shortstop, number 15, Julian Russell. Batting third, the left fielder, number 56, Gabriel Pereira. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 24, Jaden Kemp. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 25, Varun Krish. Batting sixth, the DH, number 3, Wade Sage. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 4, Griffin Lashishin. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 29, Cam Baker. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 7, Justin Sargison. The starting pitcher this evening for the Waterloo Tigers is number 72, Crawford Passy. We'll get to the Burlington lineup after this half inning. We're going to let guest or public address announcer Bruce Evans get things underway here at the park.
Sean Skorupski.
So we're all set for action here in the top of the first inning with center fielder Sean Skorupski stepping in for the Waterloo Tigers. They will be facing young right-hander number 34, Alex Papadopoulos, who delivers his first pitch of the game for strike one. His battery mate behind the plate is number 26, Sawyer Whitaker. The 0-1 pitch incoming. That one popped up on the infield. Papadopoulos going to make the call, but that one drops in just in front of him. So Skorupski is going to reach on the error. So a little bit of a rough start there, but
Number 15, Julian Russell.
That will bring up the shortstop, Julian Russell. Will step in for his first plate appearance of the night. Skorupski takes his lead from first base. First pitch. A fastball in the outside or inside corner for strike one. Working around the infield for the Brants. At third base is Bill Rayome. Shortstop this evening is Jamie Mercer. At second base is Matt Mastintuno. And over at first base is Max Von Jemigen. Across the outfield, left fielder this evening is Anthony Risquez. In center field is Mike Westlake. And in right field will be Tom Cullen. The DH for this evening's game, veteran Corey Morrison, finds himself in the lineup. 1-1 pitch comes in. That one misses outside for ball two. Beautiful night for baseball here in Burlington. Nice warm day today. It's kind of cooled off a little bit to a nice comfortable temperature here at the park. Snap throw down to first. Skorupski back in time safely. That pitch missing at the plate, so the count now runs to 3-1. So hitter's count here for the shortstop Russell, his first plate appearance of the night. Left fielder Gabriel Pereira waits on deck. And a check over to first. Again, Skorupski back in safely. Sean, one of the more speedy runners on the Waterloo club. Right up there in the top half of the league leaders last year in the Coba Major Baseball League, which was a first for the Waterloo Tigers, who had their first season last year. So that ball fouled back and out of play with Skorupski on the move. So that will fill the count now, 3-2. So for the Tigers, they came into the Coba Major Baseball League last year, the 7th team in the league currently, and certainly made some waves last year, especially at the provincial elimination tournament where they made it to the final 5, losing a tough one there in that game. Full count offering from Papadopoulos. That pitch misses up for ball 4. And that's going to put runners on first and second base now with nobody out. We'll bring up the left fielder, Gabriel Pereira.
Now batting the left fielder, number 56, Gabriel Pereira.
So a little bit of a jam early here for right-hander Alex Papadopoulos, as the Tigers now have a pair of runners on here via an error and a walk. That pitch misses up and away for ball 1. Again, if you're joining in on the feed tonight, welcome, and thank you for joining in on our first live action of the season for the CABC. Big swing there from Pereira, comes up empty for strike 1. Feel free to let us know in the chat where you're watching from this evening. Diana, I just said to the guys up here in the booth, it seems I cover a Burlington game and you're the first person to say hi, so glad you're joining in from Pennsylvania. Another good pitch there from Papadopoulos, and Pereira comes up empty on that swing as well for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now, nobody out. Just leading off here, top of the first inning, no score between the Waterloo Tigers and Burlington Brants. One-two pitch from Papadopoulos. That one swung on and missed as well. And Pereira is down on strikes for the first out in the top of the first inning.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Jaden Kemp.
So 1 out now, front runners on first and second still. First baseman Jaden Kemp going to dig in for his first at bat of the evening. Good pop on that fastball from Papadopoulos, but it misses up for ball 1. Both runners taking their lead. Sean Skorupski at second base. Justin Russell, at first. Good tail on that fastball to come back over the outside corner for strike 1. A little bit of a light roster here tonight for the Tigers, as we only see about 10 or 11 bodies down there on the bench. 1-1 pitch. That one going to miss outside for ball 2. In talking to manager Reggie Kudzdia, certainly last year was a little bit of a boost for them. They had about 18 to 20 guys last year, and because of that run at the Elims, certainly garnered a little bit of interest. This year carrying a roster of around 25 to 28 guys, which is good to see. Another good fastball there from Papadopoulos as Kemp comes up empty on the swing for strike 2. Currently sitting with a record of 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie right now so far in the season. Another good fastball there. That one fouled off the catcher's mitt, back to the backstop. So Kemp able to keep himself alive here. That being said, the Burlington Brants also off to a pretty good start this year as well, currently sitting with a record of 5-1, including a lopsided 12-2 win here last week over these same Tigers. Fastball misses outside for ball 2. Oh, sorry, ball 3. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Both runners taking their lead here from second and first base respectively. Papadopoulos has his sign now and comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled back here to the backstop. And we'll reset and do it all over again here. Third baseman Varun Krish waits on deck. That ball hit towards the left center field gap, and that's going to get down and past Westlake to the fence. Skorupski going to score easily. Justin Russell getting the wave as well. Kemp on his way to third. Ball gets there in time, though. He is tagged out at third base. But not before a pair of runs come across for the Tigers, and they grab an early 2-0 lead in this one. 2-run double from Jaden Kemp, and he's thrown out trying to advance to third base.
Now batting the third baseman, number 25, Baron Christian McGarrow.
Nice relay there from the Brants to get that ball in. Center fielder Michael Westlake to the shortstop. Jamie Mercer. And into third base to Riom, who gets the tag down in time for the second out of the inning. That pitch missing just up for a ball. So 2-0 the count here now on the third baseman, Varun Krish. Here's the pitch. Checks down to first. Umpire says yes, he did on the swing. 1-1 now the count. Nice looking slider there from Papadopoulos. Finds the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. 2 outs here. Just underway here from beautiful Nelson Park in Burlington. Early 2-0 lead here for the Waterloo Tigers as that slider misses down and away for ball 2. 2-run double from first baseman Jaden Kemp, who was thrown out trying to stretch that double into a triple. Okay. So it is a full count now on the batter, Varun Krish. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards second base. Nice sliding play there from Mastin Tuono on to Von Jemigen at first. And Krish is retired for the third out of the inning. So for the Tigers in the top half of the first inning, 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Burlington error and no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning here at Nelson Park. The score, Waterloo Tigers 2. The Burlington Brants coming to bat in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back just after a short pause.
Leading off for the Brants, the center fielder, number 14, Mike Westlake.
So we're into the bottom of the first inning now. The Brants coming to the plate. Center fielder Mike Westlake going to lead things off. Second baseman Matt Mastin-Tuno due up second. And the first baseman Max von Jemingen due up third. Our first national live stream game of the season. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of tonight's game, Field of Dreams Baseball Camp in the Greater Toronto Area. Thank you so much for your support of the CABC this season. That pitch misses for a ball. Good pitch there from Waterloo right-hander Crawford Passy on the hill tonight. They'll be working with AP player called up from the junior team, Cam Baker, doing the catching this evening. That pitch just misses outside for a ball. Get to the defensive alignment here for Waterloo in a second. Here's the pitch from Passy. Another pitch misses the outside corner for ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike now the count on the center fielder, Michael Westlake. Passy with the long look in. As his sign, here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball, it's going to miss the outside corner. So Westlake going to draw the leadoff walk here in the bottom of the first inning. Bringing up the second baseman, Matt Mastin-Tuno.
Now batting the second baseman, number 28, Matt Mastin-Tuno.
So defensively for the Tigers this evening, across their infield, we have third baseman Varun Krish. At shortstop is Julian Russell. Second base this evening is Justin Sargison. And playing first base is Jaden Kemp. Across the outfield, left to right, left field, Gabriel Pereira. As Passy throws over to first base, catches Westlake leaning. He's going to get tagged out for the first out of the inning on the pickoff. Playing center field, Sean Skorupski, and the right fielder this evening is Griffin Lushishin. DH is going to be number 3, Wade Sage. As we alluded to, the catcher this evening is Cam Baker, as that pitch finds the zone for strike 1. So a little bit of bad luck there for the Brants in the bottom of the first as Westlake reaches on the leadoff walk and then gets promptly picked off by pitcher Crawford Passy. Good to see a few more people chiming in on the chat here this evening. 808 Beats watching from Toronto. Denise Lushishin watching from Welland. Thank you both for joining in this evening. Count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. The ball fouled back to the backstop by the second baseman, Mastin-Tuno. Early on in this game, bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Waterloo leads this one so far. Slider belted to left field. Pereira going to make his way in. He'll make the catch. And Mastin-Tuno is down for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Brants, the first baseman, number 99, Max von Jemingen.
So first baseman Max von Jemingen going to step in for his first at bat of the evening. Slider that misses the outside corner for ball 1 from Passy. Another fastball from Passy. That one misses down for ball 2. So we see Bill Rayom run over to get that. He waits on deck. If the Brants are able to extend it here in the bottom of the first. That pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. I might have to say that might be a first, someone watching from the Bahamas. That's impressive. That ball hit on a line towards shortstop. Justin Russell able to make the play there. And the Brants are down in order here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. The score after one complete here from Nelson Park. It is the Waterloo Tigers 2, the Burlington Brants no score. Again, as we watch live here on CABC, Baseball's national live stream this evening, brought to you by Field of Dreams baseball camps in the Greater Toronto area. We'll be right back for the top of the second inning just after a short pause. All right, Alex Papadopoulos all done with his warm-up pitches. We're all set for the top of the second inning here with designated hitter Wade Sage leading things off for the Waterloo Tigers.
Now batting for the Tigers, the designated hitter number 3, Wade Sage.
Again, for those joining online this evening, welcome and thank you for joining our first live stream of the season. So that fastball from Papadopoulos finds the zone for strike one. Due up this inning, Sage at the plate now. Right fielder Griffin Lushishin due up second. And the catcher Cam Baker due up third. That pitch in there for a strike as well. The count now 0-2. Papadopoulos gets his sign now and comes set. Here's the pitch. Nice looking fastball there. Sage with a little bit of a wave at that one, and he's down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the second inning.
Now batting for the Tigers, the right fielder number 4, Griffin Lushishin.
So Griffin Lushishin going to step in now with one out here in the top of the second. First pitch from Papadopoulos, fastball outside corner for strike one. Another good looking fastball there, finds the outside corner for strike two. Lushishin had a pretty good doubleheader last week against the Arundel Cardinals. Second game, he did hit a home run in that game. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Papadopoulos. Extends the zone there a little bit, unable to get him to chase, and it misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count as we play here. Top of the second inning, 2-0 Waterloo Tigers over the Burlington Brants. Another good fastball there. Still unable to get the batter Lushishin to chase after that one, so count evens up now 2-2. A little bit of Coba Major Baseball League action here on our national live stream tonight. That one misses outside as well for ball 3. So Lushishin able to work all the way back here now to a full count. He digs back in now. Papadopoulos with the sign. Here's the full count offering. And that one misses up and away for ball 4.
Now batting the catcher number 29, Cam Baker.
So the Tigers with a 1-out base runner here in the top of the second inning on the walk there from Griffin Lushishin. That's going to bring up the catcher for this evening, junior call-up Cam Baker. He digs in for his first at-bat of the evening off Papadopoulos. Here's the first pitch. Popped up on the infield. Matt Maston, Chuono going to camp under that one and make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Tigers, the second baseman, number 7, Justin Dageson.
Very effective pitching there from Papadopoulos as he's able to retire the batter Baker on one pitch. 2 outs now here in the top of the second inning, and that's going to bring up number 9 hitter for this evening, Justin Sargison, for his first at bat. First pitch misses up for ball 1. Good fastball there that finds the zone for strike 1. A little bit of a bird's eye view here on Papadopoulos, but so far pretty good pop on his fastball. His slider's been pretty sharp for the most part. Just kind of working through the kinks to get that release point down as Sargison swings and misses that one for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch from Papadopoulos. Swung on and missed by Sargison. And he is down on strikes for the third out of the inning. No runs on no hits. There were no Burlington errors. The Tigers leave 1 runner on base. The score after 1.5 innings of play here at Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario. It is the Waterloo Tigers 2 and the Burlington Brants no score. Again, we'll take a small break here on our CABC national live stream. This evening's game brought to you by Field of Dreams Baseball Camps in Greater Toronto. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second inning just after a short break.
Phil Reel.
So welcome back here. Action in the bottom of the second inning here at Nelson Park in Burlington. Third baseman Bill Reum going to lead things off for the Burlington Brants in the home half of the second. He takes a fastball from right-hander Crawford Passy for strike 1. Catcher Sawyer Whitaker due up second this inning for the Brants, with a designated hitter Corey Morrison due up third. So the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses as well for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. That one missing just down in the zone for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike the count now to Briom, who is a very dangerous hitter. He's shown over the last couple of years. Takes a good hack at that one, pops it up on the infield though. Third baseman Varun Krish starting to sail a little bit. And the shortstop makes the catch on that one with Justin Russell squeezing that one in the glove. And he hangs on for the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Now batting for the Brants, the catcher number 26, Sawyer Whitaker.
So 1 down here in the bottom of the 2nd. Apologize about our scoreboard here. A little bit slow moving on it. Still getting back into the swing of things here, but 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. That pitch misses to catcher Sawyer Whitaker. The batting 5th tonight for the Brants. And playing here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Coba, Major Baseball League action here in Burlington, Ontario. Good fastball there from Passy, but that one just misses the inside corner for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground towards second base. Justin Sargison able to go over and make the play. And he retires Whitaker for the 2nd out here in the inning.
Now batting the designated hitter number 26, Corey Morrison.
So 2 outs now. That's going to bring up the designated hitter this evening, Corey Morrison. Morrison, one of the veteran players on this Burlington team that's been around here for a few years now. He takes a pitch up for ball 1. That pitch in there for strike 1. Evens the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Passy with his sign comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed by Morrison for strike 2. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, sorry, 2 balls and 2 strikes. P announcer Bruce Evans keeping us on our toes up here. That one swung on and missed by Morrison. Pops out of the catcher's glove, though. He's going to run over and grab the ball, though. Throws down to first to complete the strikeout for Passy. And that's all for the Brants here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The score after 2 complete innings of play from Nelson Park here in Burlington, Ontario. It is the Waterloo Tigers 2. And it is the Burlington Brants no score as we bring you live Coba Major Baseball League action on our CABC National live stream. This evening's game brought to you by our sponsor, Field of Dreams Baseball Camps in the Greater Toronto Area. We'll be right back for the top of the 3rd inning just after a short pause. Just a reminder to fans while we have a little bit of a break here between innings, Don't forget that coming up in the second weekend of June, we will have our third annual CABC Gold Bat Invitational Tournament taking place in beautiful Sarnia, Ontario, as well as the surrounding areas. 14 men's AAA baseball teams from around Ontario, as well as one this year from the U.S., going to make their way to Sarnia. Try and battle for the tournament championship there. Again, that's the June 12th to 14th weekend. The schedule is posted on our website. You can have a peek, see when teams are playing. We're more than hoping to see some people come into town that weekend. Should be a great weekend of baseball coming up as we run our third annual CABC Gold Bat Tournament in conjunction with our friends, the Sarnia Brigade.
Center fielder number 27, Sean Skorupski.
So we're back to the top of the order here in the top of the third inning for center fielder Sean Skorupski. 0 for 1 this evening. He reached on an error in the top of the first. Popped the ball up just in front of the mound. The Brants defense unable to come up with it, so he reaches on the error. Fouls that one straight back for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. That one hit on the ground towards third. It is fouled just outside of the bag. I will run the count now to 0-2. Looked like there was a few first inning jitters there for Alex Papadopoulos, but he certainly looks like he's settled in now with his release point. Working ahead of batters now. Seems to have a little bit better control of his fastball and his slider. His two main pitches he seems to be using tonight. So the count now 0-2. The long look in here to catcher Sawyer Whitaker. He comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one chopped on the ground towards third base again, but again, just outside the bag. So Skorupski getting his steps in here this at bat. He's going to make his way back to the plate. Shortstop Justin Russell due up second this inning with left fielder Gabriel Pereira due up third. Another 0-2 pitch from Papadopoulos. Fastball. Just misses the outside corner for a ball. Pretty handy pitch there. That wasn't out by too much. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. Another fastball from Papadopoulos. That one missing just up and out for ball 2. Evens the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle here from Pereira. That one fouled back to the Waterloo bench just in front of the on-deck batter, Justin Russell. So we'll reset again here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch from Papadopoulos. Slider hit on the ground towards shortstop. Nice running play there on the move. But Skorupski going to be safe at first as that throw from shortstop Jamie Mercer pulls Max von Gemigen off the bag.
Now batting the shortstop, number 15, Julian Russell.
So for the second time this evening, Skorupski going to reach on the error. Nice running play there from the shortstop, but just unable to keep von Gemigen on the bag. So that first pitch to shortstop Justin Russell. My apologies, Julian Russell. Having a hard time reading my own handwriting tonight. That one finds the zone for strike 1. They're going to check on Skorupski at first. He's back safely. Apologies, Julian. Without an official at bat yet tonight, he walked in his first plate appearance, and he came around to score 1 of the 2 Waterloo runs in the first inning. Skorupski with his lead from first. Cut on and missed by Russell for strike 2. Skorupski with his lead from first again. Another good fastball there from Papadopoulos, and Russell's down on strike swinging for the first out here in the top of the third.
Now batting for the Tigers, left fielder number 56, Gabriel Pereira.
So 1 out now. The runner still on first. Left fielder Gabriel Pereira going to step in for his second at bat. His first at bat. He was the first strikeout victim of the evening for Alex Papadopoulos. They take another check over to first for Skorupski as he takes off to second base. Now here's the throw from Winokur down to second. Not in time as Skorupski slides in safely. So the Tigers threatening again here in the top of the third inning as they have a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Papadopoulos with a long look into Sawyer Whitaker. He has the sign he wants now. Here's the pitch. Way up and out for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to count. First baseman Jaden Kemp waits on deck. Skorupski with his lead from second. That pitch just missing up for a ball. 3-0 the count now. .30 pitch from Papadopoulos. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike the count now. Pereira still in the hitter's count. As center fielder Sean Skorupski takes his lead from second base. Shortstop Jamie Mercer keeping him close as Pereira takes a swing at that one and goes off the catcher's glove, but it is fouled back to the screen. So Skorupski will make his way back to second. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Pereira. And 2-0 here. Waterloo in the top of the third inning here from beautiful Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario. Our first live stream of the year for the CABC. Glad you're able to take an evening to spend with us as that pitch misses up for a ball. Pereira going to make his way to first with the walk.
Now batting for the Tigers, first baseman number 24, Jaden Kemp.
So runners on first and second here and 1 out for the Tigers. First baseman Jaden Kemp going to step in. Runner takes off to third base. Whitaker going to make the throw to second, but that one is high. Nice job by Maston Tuno to go up and get that one and keep it on the infield. The double steal successful there for the Waterloo Tigers, and they now have 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. First pitch to Kemp was a ball. So he'll dig back in here. A little bit of a hole for right-hander Alex Papadopoulos to get himself out of now. That pitch misses down and away for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now the count. So 2-0 the count. Good fastball there from Papadopoulos. Swung on and missed by Kemp for strike 1. Again, beautiful weather here in Burlington tonight. A little bit of a breeze from left to right. That ball popped up towards right field. Catch is going to be made. Skrupski tags up. He's coming into the plate. That throw from right fielder Tom Cullen going to sail a little bit up the first base line. So the sac fly from Jaden Kemp going to bring in the third run of the game. As Waterloo now leads this game by a score of 3-0.
The third baseman, number 25, Baron Krishnamagaru.
So Jaden Kemp, a one-man wrecking crew here so far tonight, as he has a sac fly along with the two-run double back in the first inning to account for all 3 runs for Waterloo so far, as third baseman Varun Krish going to step in. Grounded out to second base in his first at-bat back in the top of the first. 2-0 count now from right-hander Alex Papadopoulos. That fastball chopped towards first base, but it is going to roll foul. Nice play down there from the newly acquired Carson Hepburn to the Waterloo Tigers. Carson, I was told, moved up this way for work. Of course, Carson played the last few seasons with the Newmarket Hawks of the Greater Toronto Baseball League. Was a big part of their pitching staff and helping them get to Nationals a couple of years ago, as that fastball misses outside for a ball. So Varun Krish going to make his way to first on the walk.
Now batting, designated hitter number 3, Wade Sage.
So we have runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Designated hitter Wade Sage going to make his way to the plate, but not before bench boss Rick Ellis going to make a trip to the mound to have a chat with his starting pitcher as well as the infielder and the catcher. So quick mound visit there. Ricky on his way back to the bench. So Sage going to step in. He's 0 for 1 this evening with a strikeout. 1 of 4 on the evening so far for Alex Papadopoulos. First pitch, fastball that finds the inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Waterloo already with a run this inning, threatening for more here with runners on the corners as that ball is fouled back and out of play for strike 2. So Sage in a little bit of a hole here now, down 0-2 to Papadopoulos. So he looks to try and limit the damage here in the top of the third inning for Waterloo. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Runner takes off to third. Throw comes down to second. They're going to get Christian the rundown, and they'll tag him out, but not before the run comes across from third base. So Krish is out on the 2-6-3 putout, but not before Gabriel Pereira is able to cross the plate with the second run of the inning for the Waterloo Tigers in the top of the third. So for Waterloo in their top of the third inning, they scored 2 runs without a hit. There was 1 Burlington error, and there were no runners left on base. The score after 2.5 innings of play here in Burlington at Nelson Park. It is the Waterloo Tigers 4 And the Burlington Brants no score. Again, thank you so much for everyone that's joining in on the stream tonight across the country. Appreciate you taking some time to spend your Wednesday evening with us. We're going to take a short break on our first live stream game of the season. This evening's sponsor, Field of Dreams Baseball Camps in the Greater Toronto area. Thank you so much for your support of the CABC this year, as well as many others who have supported the website as well as the live stream and the podcast this year. Don't forget our podcast is up and going now. First episode was posted last week. Second episode should be coming out this week very soon. Make sure to give us a follow. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third inning. So we're all set here for the bottom of the third inning. Left fielder Anthony Risquez is going to lead things off here for the Brants. He takes a fastball from right-hander Crawford Passy for strike one. 1-1 now the count. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Brants. Shortstop Jamie Mercer due up second. Right fielder Tom Cullen due up third. Slider in on the hands. That one chopped into the Brants dugout, and good play there from veteran pitcher Cam Ryerson as he snags that one on a hop and was ready to come up throwing. Here's the pitch from Passy. Another slider. That one swung on and missed by Risquez. He's down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 23, Jamie Mercer.
So with one out, Jamie Mercer going to step in for his first at bat of the evening. Again, playing shortstop this evening for Burlington. First pitch from Passy. Fastball outside corner for strike one. Passy comes set at the belt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, that one misses way inside, and Mercer able to spin out of the way of that one. One ball, one strike to count now. That one chopped just past the mound. Third baseman Varun Krish coming in, but he's not going to be able to come up with that one. And that's going to be an infield single for shortstop Jamie Mercer.
Batting for the Brants, the right fielder, number 39, Tommy Cullen.
So with one out and a runner on first base, that's going to bring up the right fielder, Tom Cullen. Pitch misses for a ball. That one hit up the middle towards second base. Going to make the flip to second, on to first. They will get the lead runner there as second baseman Justin Sargentson flips that one to shortstop Julian Russell for the second out of the inning.
Now batting center fielder, number 14, Mike Westlake.
So Cullen trades places with Jamie Mercer as he stays at first. Cullen will reach on the fielder's choice, and we're back to the top of the order now with center fielder Michael Westlake stepping in. The slider misses up and in for ball one. Westlake, his first plate appearance of the evening, he walked and then was promptly picked off by right-hander Crawford Passy. He checks on Tom Cullen at first as he's back safely. Westlake calling time there, and Passy was into his windup there, but able to stop himself in time. So we'll reset again here for the 1-0 pitch. Passy delivers. That one popped up, and it's going to be out of play down the first base line. So the count is now even at 1-1. Passy going to check over to first base again. And again, Cullen back in time. 4-0 Waterloo here as we play in the bottom of the third inning at Nelson Park. Pitch from Passy misses down and in for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count now. Passy comes set. Here's the pitch. That pitch going to find the inside corner for strike 2. Westlake thought it might have been a little bit up. Either way, count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Passy with his sign now from catcher Cam Baker. Here's the pitch. Slider chopped towards third base. Varun Krish going to sit back on it. Makes the play, close to second. And they're just going to retire Tom Cullen just in time for the third out of the inning. So for Burlington in their half of the third, they get no runs on no hits. There were no Waterloo errors, and 1 runner remains on base. After 3 innings of play, score remains the Waterloo Tigers 4 and the Burlington Brants no score. We're going to take a short break on our first national streamed game of the year on the CABC live stream. This evening's sponsor brought to you by Field of Dreams baseball camps in the Greater Toronto area. Thank you so much for your support of the CABC this season. We'll take a short pause. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning. Apologies to the Brants last inning. It was no runs on 1 hit as Jamie Mercer had a single. And they left a 1 runner on base. We're into the top of the 4th inning now here at Nelson Park. It is going to be the middle of the order due up.
Tigers, the designated hitter number 3, Wade Sage.
As the designated hitter, Wade Sage, going to lead things off. He'll be followed by right fielder Griffin Lushishin and catcher Cam Baker due up third this inning. Right-hander Alex Papadopoulos continues this evening on the mound as he delivers a fastball for strike 1. That ball belted down the left field line, but it is well foul. Just in front of the toes of Waterloo manager Reggie Kutstia, who stands down at third base. A little bit of a different tune here so far in this one. These two teams met up last week here at Nelson Park as well. That ball has popped up towards short center field. And it is the shortstop that is going to make the play on that one. Jamie Mercer hauling that one in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Griffin Luchician.
So as we were just saying, these two teams met up last Wednesday here at the same time. And it was Burlington coming out with a convincing 12-2 win in that game. So as of right now, a little bit of a turning of the tables as Luchician takes a hack at that one and comes up empty for strike one. But still lots of baseball left here. We're only in the top of the fourth. Coba Major Baseball League games are 9-inning games. I know a lot of the other places across the country usually play 7s, but we're here for 9 innings tonight. That one misses outside for a ball.
Hey, Bruce. How are you?
1-1 pitch to Luchician. That one fouled back here into the netting for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to count now. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning for the Waterloo Tigers. They currently hold a 4-0 lead in this game. Here's the pitch from Papadopoulos. Fastball hit on the ground towards first. That is just foul as Max von Gemenigen is able to lasso that one in. So we'll reset here again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Catcher Cam Baker waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit back up the middle. Second baseman Matt Mastintuono. A little bit unsure of himself there as he looked like he was expecting a little bit of that one to hop up to him and kind of stayed down on him and unable to fully secure it and make the throw to second or first base. So again, that will be Luchician reaching on the error there to the second baseman.
Catcher number 29, Cam Baker.
So 1 out and the runner on first now. That's going to bring up the catcher for this evening, junior call-up Cam Baker. First pitch from Papadopoulos. Fastball misses the outside corner for ball 1. That fastball misses up as well for ball 2. Quick peek to my left here. It does look like Joel Connors is starting to get loose now in the Burlington bullpen. So we play here in the top of the 4th. Luchician with his lead from first. He takes off to second. Here's the throw from Whitaker. Right on the money, but oh, and he's able to get him. Look like Luchician making his way off the diamond. Looked like he might be limping a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Great looking throw there from Brant's catcher. Sawyer Whitaker. Is that throw right on the money? Can't place it any better than that.
Can't see his fingers. Well, he doesn't put up his fingers. He does, but he holds it on the
That fastball on the outside corner called a strike. So base is empty here in the top of the 4th. After that runner thrown out at second. That pitch going to miss the outside corner for a ball. So Cam Baker going to make his way to first with the walk. Give a 2-out base runner here for the Tigers, and that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, second baseman Justin Sargentson.
Number 7, Justin Sargentson.
So Cam Baker with his lead from first. First pitch to Sargentson misses up for ball 1. Manager Reggie Castilla goes through a series of signals down at third. Here's the pitch from Papadopoulos. That fastball missing up as well for ball 2. We were talking about Papadopoulos a couple of innings ago, how he seemed to have settled in, and it's just kind of the reverse now where he seems to be fighting that release point again a little bit. He delivers the 2-0 pitch here, and that one misses up as well for ball 3. Early in the season here still too, so a lot of pitchers still working through their mechanics, trying to get themselves into routines, and when you're not playing every day, it's a little bit tougher to do here in men's AAA ball, but that fastball finds the inside corner for strike 1. So 3-1 the count here. Sargentson still in the hitter's count. Cam Baker the lead from first. That pitch misses down for a ball.
Now batting the center fielder, number 27, Sean Skorupski.
So Sargentson does his job and turns the order over here as we have runners on first and second now with 2 outs, and that's going to be back to the top of the order for center fielder Sean Skorupski. 0 for 2 so far this evening as he's reached on errors both times. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the evening for Alex Papadopoulos as he's going to make his way off the mound, and big right-hander Joel Connor's going to make his way in. So we'll take a short break here while Joel does his warm-ups. Again, we're in the top of the 4th inning right now. 4-0 Waterloo Tigers leading the Burlington Brants. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back to action here as we have runners at first and second for the Waterloo Tigers. Thank you so much for joining in to our live stream tonight. First one of the year for the CABC. Tonight's sponsor is the Field of Dreams baseball camps in the Greater Toronto area. Thank you so much for your support of the CABC this year. We'll be right back after a short break. So that closes the line on right-hander Alex Papadopoulos for the evening. 2 3/3 innings, or 3 2/3 innings. My apologies. Only allows 1 hit, 4 runs, 3 earned, and 4 strikeouts, along with 6 walks on the evening for him. As right-hander Joel Connors comes in to take over, as he delivers a first pitch strike to center fielder Sean Skorupski, who again 0 for 2 tonight. He's reached twice on an error. Runners at first and second here with 2 outs. That ball belted towards left field. It's going to send both outfielders back towards the fence, but it's Michael Westlake who's going to make the call, and he makes the catch just in front of the fence in left center field. And that long, loud fly ball is the 3rd out here in the top of the 4th inning. So there's no runs there for the Waterloo Tigers on no hits. There was one Burlington error, and they leave a pair of runners on base. We head towards the bottom of the 4th inning here at Nelson Park. The score remains the Waterloo Tigers 4 and the Burlington Brants no score. Take a short break as the Tigers take the field here, and we'll be right back for action on the bottom of the 4th inning just after a short pause. All right, right-hander Crawford Passy done with his warm-up pitches, and we're set to go here in the bottom of the 4th. That first pitch to second baseman Matt Mastin-Tuono popped out to center field. Sean Skorupski going to make the catch. And just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out here for the Brants in the home half of the 4th.
Now batting the first baseman, number 99, Max Von Geminigan.
So 1 out, that's going to bring up the first baseman, Max Von Geminigan. 0 for 1 this evening, lined out to shortstop back in the 1st inning. That fastball just on the outside corner. Max with a quick check there to the umpire and gets the information he needs. So 0-1 now the count. That one fouled back into the netting for strike 2. The young Passy has been pretty impressive on the mound so far tonight. Working in and out, changing speeds on this veteran Burlington team so far to keep them at bay. That ball hit on the ground towards shortstop. Julian Russell up with it. Across the diamond to Jaden Kemp. And Von Geminigan is down for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting third baseman, number 21, Bill Reum.
So the Brants looking for some sort of spark here to try and get their offense going right now as third baseman Billy Reum steps in. He popped out to shortstop his first at bat. That slider way up and in from Crawford Passy for ball 1. And if you're joining in tonight, thank you so much for taking some time on your Wednesday evening to come in with us. As that ball belted down the third base line, but just outside the bag and foul. Evens the count now at 1-1. we really appreciate the support over the years with this, and certainly looking back at starting this 4 years ago, what it was to what it is now, and certainly the followers on social media, as well as the folks that have tuned into the live stream, as that pitch misses outside for ball 2. It is certainly greatly appreciated from myself that folks are enjoying the coverage being brought in here. So we're hopefully going to try and get some more games here in the COBA Major Baseball League, and possibly venture our way into Toronto to cover some of the Greater Toronto Baseball League games as well as our coverage of the Gold Bat tournament coming up in June and the provincial elimination tournament that's going to be happening in August. So that slider misses down and away for a ball. It's going to fill the count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Passy with the long look in. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards short. Julian Randall up with that. Across the diamond to Kemp. Just like that, the Brants are retired in order again. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. We're through 4 innings of play here at Nelson Park. The score remains the Waterloo Tigers 4, the Burlington Brants 0. We'll take a short break. Joel Connors makes his way back out to the mound for the 5th inning. We'll be right back to catch you up on the action.
Leading off with the Tigers, shortstop number 15, Julian Russell.
Welcome back. Our first live stream action of the year here. We're at beautiful Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario for some COBA Major Baseball League action. 2 of the top teams in the league in action tonight with the 5-1-1 Waterloo Tigers taking on the 5-1 Burlington Brants. Tigers on the good end of things right now as they currently lead this game 4-0. That pitch fouled back and out of play by shortstop Julian Russell. That pitch misses down from Joel Connors. Joel just into the game last inning. He took over from starter Alex Papadopoulos, who gave up 4 runs over his 3 2/3 innings of work. Count now 2-1 here on Randall. That one fouled back and looks like it's going to get out of play, and it will. That one down the right field line as Max von Gemenigen gives it a look, but out of play. Left fielder Gabriel Pereira due up 3rd this inning with the first baseman Jaden Kemp due up 4th. That fastball just missing down for a ball. 2-2 the count.
I think it's 3-2. Is it 3-2? Yeah.
My apologies, 3-2 the count. That pitch going to miss up. Randall going to make his way to first. This catcher, Sawyer Whitaker, going to come back and get that one. Julian, right? Yeah. First pitch to Gabriel Pereira misses up for ball one. I apologize to all the Julian Russell fans that are probably watching tonight, as Bruce is keeping me on my toes here, as I think I've butchered his name all night long so far. That one fouled back into the backstop for strike one. So, Julian, when you go back and listen to this, hopefully you're allowed to come and give me a slap the next time you see me. Again, we're working out the kinks too. See, I blame Chris Vokes. He just came onto the stream and said Dan's in mid-season form already. Now I've been getting this kid's name wrong for the last 4 innings. Thanks, Vokesy. So
you're flying by your pants. You're doing a great job as far as that.
Russell with his lead from first, as that pitch misses down for a ball. The count now 2 balls and 1 strike on the left fielder Gabriel Pereira. Pereira 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in the first. He had a walk back in the third and scored 1 of 2 runs that inning for the Tigers. That ball popped up on the infield.
Oh, wow.
Again, a very windy night here tonight in Burlington, as left fielder Risquez able to pick that one up and fire to second to get the force out of Russell there. But again, that breeze kind of blowing across the diamond tonight towards right field as we look out at the Canadian flag out in center field. It's been pretty busy out there all night, but that one
Now batting, the first baseman,
giving the
number
shortstop
24,
Jamie Mercer
Jaden
some
Kemp.
problems, but sorry, we're just getting the scoreboard caught up here, but runner on first now with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Connors. That one misses down for a ball. First baseman Jaden Kemp, the batter, and Kemp been the big offensive force here so far for the Tigers this evening, as he has 3 RBIs in the night with an RBI sac fly back in the third and a 2-run double back in the first, as that one popped up towards the backstop. And it is out of play. Kemp with a look down to third base coach Reggie Kudstia. I think you're right, Chris. Yeah, if I was calling him that, that might be a problem. That ball belted down the left field line, but it is going to sail foul. The runner on the move there, so Pereira going to make his way back to first. So the count now, no balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 Waterloo Tigers leading the Burlington Brants in this marquee matchup in the Coba Major Baseball League between the top 2 teams in the league thus far in the season. Connors comes set. Here's the pitch. Good hack there from Kemp. That one fouled back into the netting. He's able to keep himself alive.
Joe? I don't think so. He's living in the States. Oh, is he?
That pitch misses down for a ball, so count evens up now, 2-2. Oh, sorry, 3-2 now. Connors with the look in. Gabriel Pereira the lead at first. He takes off to second. That one fouled back into the backstop and out of play. So Pereira will make his way back to first, and we'll do this again. Third baseman Varun Krish waits on deck. Catches him leaning there, but just back in time is Pereira at first. Nice move there by Joel Connors. Yeah, give it a whirl again, and I didn't know if he skips that one to first, as I don't think he was expecting Von Geminigan to be ready for another throw that quick, and the error to Connors is going to move Pereira to second base. Seems to be a little bit of a theme tonight. A few errors for the Brants have cost them a few runs, and certainly on the mound there's been quite a few walks this evening that has certainly played into the way the score is right now, as Jaden Kemp fouls that one to the backstop to keep himself alive here with a 3-2 count. Certainly want to make sure you avoid those free passes. They can come back to get you, and certainly tonight they've played a role in the score that we're at right now in this one. Connors with his sign now and comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit towards center field on a line, and that's going to get down in front of Michael Westlake. Keeps the ball in front of him, though. Gets the ball into Juan Geminigan on the mound. And that's going to hold runners on the corners now. Still only one out, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Varun Krish.
Number 25, Varun Krish. Magaro. Good Irish name,
That first fastball to Varun Krish from Joel Connors is up and in for ball one. He spins out of the way. So already up 4-0 in this game. Waterloo Tigers pressing here again to add on here in the top of the fifth. Runners on the corners with one out as that fastball finds the outside corner. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball bounced in. Good block there from catcher Sawyer Whitaker. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Jaden Kemp, the runner on first. Left fielder Gabriel Pereira, the runner on third. Here's the pitch. That one fouled back and out of play. Count now evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connors gets his sign. Catcher Sawyer Whitaker calls time, though, and we'll give Connors a new set of signals here. 4-0 Waterloo here as we play in the top of the fifth. 1 out, runners on the corners, so Tigers threatening again here. Here's the pitch. That slider misses outside. Jaden Kemp going to take off to second. He'll get there standing up. So that now puts runners on second and third base on the defensive indifference. Pitch from Connors. That one hit hard towards the right field line, but foul. So count remains full here. Runners on second and third with one out. Connors with the look in. He has his sign and comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That fastball chopped foul at the plate. Catches a piece of catcher Sawyer Whitaker there, so home plate umpire going to go for a little bit of a walk here to give him a second. Again, for folks looking for some good baseball, coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to have our third annual CABC Gold Bat Invitational Tournament happening in Sarnia, Ontario. 14 teams make up the field this year, pretty much all from Ontario, except for our one team that's coming over from Michigan. As Varun Krish going to take that pitch down and away for ball four, and he makes his way to first. As the bases are now loaded with only one out, and designated hitter Wade Sage going to make his way up. So walks have certainly put the Brants into a little bit of trouble here tonight on the mound. That's now 8 on the evening for them. As the corners now pinch in as that first pitch from Connors finds the zone for strike one. 0-1 the count on Sage. 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and popped out to shortstop in the fourth inning as he swings through and misses that one for strike two. Connors with the sign now. He comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Good slider there. Tipped into the catcher's mitt. Hung on to by Whitaker. And on 3 pitches, Sage is down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Griffin Lushishkin.
So 2 outs, bases loaded now as Connors tries to navigate himself through this jam he's in here. First pitch to right fielder Connor Lushishkin misses outside for ball 1. Lushishkin on the evening, 0 for 1. He reached on a walk in the second, reached on an error back in the fourth. Fastball from Connor swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now. Here's the pitch from Connors. That fastball outside corner called a strike. Puts him ahead now. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the right fielder Lushishkin. Bases full of Waterloo Tigers here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one fouled back and out of play on the left side. For 4-0 Tigers. They lead this one here over the Brants in the top of the 5th. Connors with his sign. Here's the pitch. That one popped up towards left field. Risquez with a couple of steps back. He's going to make his way in, though. That wind's swirling out there, but he's able to navigate and make the catch. And that's all for the Tigers here in the top of the 5th. So for the Tigers, they get no runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Burlington error. The Tigers leave 3 men on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Score remains the Waterloo Tigers 4 and the Burlington Brants no score. Take a short break. We'll be right back to our first nationally live streamed game for the CABC for the season. Our sponsor for this evening's game, Field of Dreams Baseball Camps in the Greater Toronto Area. We thank you for your support of the CABC this season. We'll be right back for the bottom of the fifth inning. Just about set to get things going here in the bottom of the fifth inning as right-hander Crawford Passy delivers his last warm-up pitch. The Burlington Brants sorely looking for some sort of spark here on the offensive side of things as they currently sit with a goose egg on their side of the scoreboard right now. But
Brants, the catcher number 26, Sawyer Whitaker.
Certainly a team that can catch fire in a hurry and get going as they've shown throughout the years so far. But young right-hander Crawford Passy has certainly done his job tonight as that first pitch has popped up towards the Burlington dugout in foul territory, but Varun, Krish, and Passy unable to come up with that one, so that's going to fall foul. Catcher Sawyer Whitaker leads things off here for Burlington. He'll be followed by the DH, Corey Morrison. And then left fielder Anthony Risquez due up third. Another good hack there from Whitaker, but that one fell straight back over top of us and out of play for strike two. And Passy gets his sign from Ken Baker and comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That fastball just misses outside for a ball. And Passy's done a pretty good job this evening, just mixing locations, mixing speeds, keeping everyone off balance as that slider misses down and away for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Passy retrieves that ball that made it past him and into center field. So 2-2 the count now. Sawyer Whitaker steps back in. Whitaker 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to second base. Here's the pitch. That ball belted towards center field. Skorupski with a couple of crossover steps, but able to move just to his right and make the catch. And Sawyer Whitaker, even though he stung that one pretty good, he's down for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 26, Corey Morrison.
So the designated hitter for the evening, Corey Morrison, going to step up for his second at bat. 0 for 1, he struck out back in the second. He takes that fastball up and in for ball one. Morrison's had some limited playing time so far this year. Still kind of trying to work through a few injuries. Ooh, so that pitch is way up and in.
You know what?
Just able to get out of the way of that.
It is. I just got converted. He's wearing his brother's shirt. Oh, so Jules. It is. I mean, so Joel's in this one. Yeah, Joel's in this. Well, they're both in the still.
That fastball catches the outside corner for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. We're talking about injuries a little bit and guys trying to work through them. And 2 of the main guys here for the Brants so far. Morrison fouls that one back and out of play. Morrison was down quite a good part of last year with quite a few injuries. Tim Sogan, another guy who's been around this team for a number of years and has played a big part in the success of the team, is also working back through some injuries as well. So 2 guys the Brants are hopefully they can get healthy and start to contribute on a regular basis here for the team. So that slider misses down and away for a ball. And again, so I'm told, as the gentlemen sit beside me here, as we're 2 for 2 on getting names wrong tonight, it is Luke Connors that is on the mound and not Joel. Joel's still down in the States at school right now, so Luke, I apologize. But Morrison takes that pitch outside. He'll make his way to first with the walk.
Now batting for the Brants, left fielder, number 1, Anthony Risquez.
See, this is why we do one of these a couple of weeks before the Gold Bat. We get all the mistakes out now, and hopefully we're smooth sailing after that. Left fielder Anthony Risquez is going to step in. 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd. First pitch to Risquez is a fastball from Crawford. Passy taken for a strike. For nothing, Waterloo Tigers as we play here in the home half of the 5th. Another fastball. That one hit towards 3rd. Varun Krish up with that one. Throws to second, on to first. And that is a tidy-looking 5-4-3 double play there for the Waterloo Tigers, as they're able to retire the Brants here in the home half of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Brants. We're through 5 innings of play here as the sun is now set in Burlington, Ontario. The score remains the Waterloo Tigers 4 and the Burlington Brants no score. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th inning. Our first live stream game of the year for the CABC. This evening's sponsor, Field of Dreams baseball camps in the Greater Toronto area. We thank you for supporting the CABC this year. We'll be right back just after a short break. All right, welcome back. We're just about underway here as the first pitch at the top of the 6th inning is thrown. That ball's hit down the right field line as catcher Cam Baker flies out to right fielder Tom Cullen. Nice diving play down the right field line.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7, Justin Sargison.
So 1 out here on 1 pitch. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Justin Sargison. One of the few names I've gotten right so far this evening from what I'm told in the chat. Sargison is 0 for 1 tonight, strikeout, and he walked in his last at bat as he swings and misses that pitch from Luke Connors, who was wearing his brother's number. So I'm told it's partially my fault for that one. That one tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 2. So very quickly, 0-2 the count here, 1-2 the count here now on Sargison. Connors with his sign. Here's the pitch. That one misses down and in for a ball. Nice job by catcher Sawyer Whitaker to go over and get that one. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Connors with the long look in. He has the sign he wants now. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed by Sargison, and he is down on strikes for the second out here on the top of the 6th.
Now batting the center fielder, number 27, Sean Skorupski.
So we're back to the top of the order with Sean Skorupski stepping in. Skorupski 0 for 2 tonight. He's reached on an error twice back in the first and the third inning. Flew out to center field in the 4th. That pitch is taken for a ball. Pitch from Connor. Swung on and missed by Skorupski for strike 1. One and one the count now. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 4-0 Waterloo over Burlington. That one also swung on and missed. Nice slider there from Luke Connors for strike 2. Connors with the look into Whitaker here now as the sign he wants. He comes set. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And that is a 3-up, 3-down inning for Luke Connors. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on. Off to the bottom of the 6th we go. The score remains Waterloo Tigers 4, the Burlington Brants no score. We'll be right back after a short break. All right, we're back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Right-hander Crawford Passy remains in the game for the Waterloo Tigers here. Doing a pretty good job so far through 5 innings, only allowing 1 hit, no runs so far. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Shortstop Jamie Mercer going to lead things off for the Brants, followed by right fielder Tommy Cullen. And then back to the top of the order for Mike Westlake. That ball hit down the right field line. Could be trouble if it stays fair, but it is going to sail just foul. One ball, 2 strikes to count now as Passy has a look into Cam Baker for the sign. Here's the pitch. Slider hit towards right center field, and that could be trouble as that's going to get into the gap and down. Mercer going to make his way to second. He makes the turn, coming to third. That throw into shortstop, and Mercer with a head-first slide into third base. And is that going to be the spark that the Brants need to get their offense going here as they get a leadoff triple from shortstop Jamie Mercer?
Well, this is
Colton Donaldson.
I'm batting the right fielder, number 44, Colton Donaldson.
We do have a pinch hitter here for the Brants. Is Colton Donaldson. Fouls that one over towards the Waterloo dugout. He takes over for right fielder Tom Cullen. Brants with their first runner in scoring position here. Runner on third with nobody out after the Jamie Mercer triple. Donaldson swings through that one and misses for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to count here on the pinch hitter, Colton Donaldson. Center fielder and top of the order, Michael Westlake, waits on deck. That pitch misses outside for a ball. Do have some action in the Waterloo bullpen. That slider misses just down and away for a ball. Fills the count now 3-2. Once we get a look at a number of the person in the bullpen, we'll let you know who it is. But for now, they have a sweater on, so probably better I don't know, right, Chris? Full count pitch, swung on and missed by Colton Donaldson, and he is down on strikes. For the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I'm batting the center fielder, number 14, Mike Westlake.
So we're back to the top of the order for center fielder Mike Westlake. Westlake is 0 for 1 tonight. Walked back in the first. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third. First pitch from Passy is a slider that misses inside for ball 1. Coming into the right part of the order here for the Brants to try and at least get something across the plate here and get that 0 off the scoreboard. As that fastball misses outside for ball 1. One pitch fastball. Fastball that splits the pace for a 2-1 count now. Two-one pitch. Slider that's fouled back and out of play by Westlake. Evening count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seems easy enough, eh, Volksy? But you never know. You never know. 2-2 pitch from Passy. Swung on and missed by Westlake. And he is down on strikes for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting the second baseman, number 28, Matt Mastrano.
So after the leadoff triple from Jamie Mercer, a pair of strikeouts now have the Tigers 1 out away from getting out of this without giving anything up, as second baseman Matt Mastrano steps in for his third at bat. Pair of flyouts so far, 0 for 2 on the evening. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider hit towards the right field line. That's going to sail foul and out of play. So way up here, 0-2 the count now. Passy with his sign from Cam Baker and comes set. Here's the pitch. Slider just misses the outside corner for a ball. Good 0-2 pitch there from the young right-hander. One of those chase pitches that you want the batter to go after, but good job by Mastrano there to hold up. 1-2 pitch. Fastball that's up and in for ball 2. Good job by Cam Baker to climb the ladder and keep that one from the backstop. Long look in here from Crawford Passy. He has the sign he wants and comes set. Here's the pitch. Slider hit on the ground towards shortstop. Julian Russell makes the play there, and Passy escapes the 6th after giving the leadoff triple. Keeps the Brants off the board. So for the Brants, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Waterloo errors, and the Brants strand 1 runner on base. We're off to the top of the 7th inning here at Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario. The score remains the Waterloo Tigers 4 and the Burlington Brants no score. Take a short break as we get ready for the top of the 7th inning. Luke Connors back out to the mound. Again, thank you so much for those that have joined on the live stream tonight. We really appreciate you taking some of your Wednesday night to spend with us. Tonight's in-game sponsor, again, Field of Dreams baseball camps in the Greater Toronto area. Thank you for your support of the CABC live stream this year. We'll take a short break and be right back with more action here in the top of the 7th. So top of the 7th inning now here at Nelson Park in our first nationally live stream game of the year. Shortstop Julian Russell going to lead things off for the Waterloo Tigers as he takes a slider on the outside corner from Burlington Brants right-hander Luke Connors. Russell 0 for 1 on the evening with a pair of walks. A strikeout back in the 3rd. He's also scored 1 of 4 Waterloo runs this evening. Count evens up at 1-1 now. Here's the pitch from Connors. Pretty handy pitch there in the outside corner. That one called low by the home plate umpire. So 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Here's the pitch from Connors. Fastball misses up in the zone for ball 3. Little chopper towards first base. Von Geminigan going to make the play. He'll flip to Luke Connors. And Russell is the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting the left fielder, number 56, Gabriel Pereira.
So 1 out. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Gabriel Pereira, for his 4th at bat of the evening. Pair of walks for Pereira this evening. Had a strikeout back in the 1st. That pitch just misses outside for a ball. So the action over in the Waterloo bullpen, it is right-hander Robbie Price that is getting loose for the Tigers. So we'll see. 6 innings in now for Crawford Passy. We'll see if that's the end of the evening for him or not. So that pitch misses down for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. If it is the end of the evening, he's done a pretty good job. 2 hits over 6 innings without giving up a run. Did a good job of keeping a very good hitting team off balance this evening. That pitch misses outside for a ball. Runs the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike. First baseman Jaden Kemp waits on deck. Good hack there from Pereira, but comes up empty on that pitch from Connors for strike 2. Full count pitch popped up towards the left field line, but that is going to sail back and out of play. So the count will remain full, 3-2. Connors into his 3rd inning of work. He came in relief of Brant's starter, Alex Papadopoulos. Full count offering. That one misses down and away for a ball. So Pereira going to make his way to first with the walk. And with 1 out, that will bring up first baseman Jaden Kemp.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Jaden Kemp.
So Kemp has had a pretty good evening so far. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's accounted for 3 of the 4 runs so far this evening for the Waterloo Tigers with 3 RBIs. He also had a sac fly as well. Connors with the long look in as Gabriel Pereira takes his lead from first. Here's the pitch from Connor. Pereira takes off to second. Throw from Whitaker. That one high and into center field. Good job by Westlake to back up that play, but so the stolen base for Pereira now puts a runner into scoring position again here for the Waterloo Tigers. Count even at 1-1 on the first baseman Kemp. That pitch just misses outside for a ball. 2-1 pitch from Connors, ripped down the third baseline, but that is just foul. Evens the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 Waterloo Tigers here as we play in the top of the 7th inning. Again, for folks that may not join in normally to Coba Major League regular season play, we do play 9-inning games. We still have a couple of innings left in this one. Pitch from Connors, hit towards right center field. And that ball just gets down as a diving play there from Colton Donaldson. He comes up just short on that. So Gabriel Pereira will advance to third. Kemp ends up on first with his third hit of the evening.
Now batting the third baseman, number 25, Varun Krishna Magaro.
They're getting better.
So third baseman, Varun Krish fouls that one off down the right field line. Our in-house PA announcer is doing much better than I would be doing with Varun's last name. So I remember last year, Coach Reggie told me just stick to Varun Krish, and I've done that since. Good fastball there from Connors, finds the outside corner for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count here as Connors with another jam to navigate here in the top of the 7th inning as there's runners on first and third with 1 out for the Tigers. Long look in here to catcher Sawyer Whitaker as he has the sign he wants now. 0-2 pitch. That one just misses down for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Jaden Kemp, the runner at first. Left fielder Gabriel Pereira, the runner at third. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off towards second base. That ball hit in the air towards deep right center field. Colton Donaldson going to make the catch. Jaden Kemp going to make his way back to first, but Gabriel Pereira going to tag at third. And he will come across with the 5th run of the evening for the Waterloo Tigers as they extend their lead now to 5-0.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 3, Wade Sage.
So the sac fly from Varun Krish is going to bring the 5th run in on the evening. Designated hitter Wade Sage takes ball 1 from right-hander Luke Connors. Kemp takes off from first. Here's the throw from Whitaker. Sails up and away and into center field again, and just a little bit of bad luck there. Great arm behind the dish for the youngster Sawyer Whitaker. A couple of times that throw's just sailed enough on him that it's pulled the second baseman offline to not be able to get the tag down, but Kemp now on second base in scoring position. That pitch in there for a strike. The count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Kemp with the lead from second. Good hack there from Sage, but comes up empty on that Connors fastball for strike 2. Evens the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connors trying to limit the damage here as he has his sign. Here's the pitch. That fastball just misses the inside corner. Runs the count full now, 3-2. No runner behind Jaden Kemp at second base, so he should be standing pat here to see what happens on this pitch. 3-2 offering from Connors. Swung on and belted a mile high, but way back and out of play. Down the left field line here at Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario. Site of our first live stream game this year. Hopefully the first of many. We can tell you we will be at the Gold Bat tournament coming up in June. We will also be at the Ontario Provincial Elimination Tournament as that pitch misses just down and away for a ball. Sage going to make his way to first with the walk.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Griffin Lushishin.
We're hoping at some point as well to be able to do a few more games like we're doing tonight at various locations around the Copa Major Baseball League, as well as, you know, possibly venturing into the Greater Toronto League as well. As right fielder Griffin Lushishin steps in and takes a big hack at that pitch coming up empty for strike 1. We appreciate everyone enjoying the coverage, and we're going to try and bring you as much of it as we can throughout the summer. That ball popped up towards third base. Briome going to give it a look, but that's going to go off the top of the Burlington dugout and out of play for strike 2. Lushishin so far this evening is 0 for 2. He walked back in the second inning, reached on an error in the fourth, and then flew out to left field in the fifth. Jaden Kemp takes his lead from second. Wade Sage the lead from first. Here's the pitch. That one up in the zone for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Connors set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball sails outside for ball 2. Evens the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connors with a look into Sawyer Whitaker. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed by Lushishin, and he's down on strikes to end the top of the 7th inning. Not before Waterloo's able to put up another run. As they get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Burlington errors. And the Tigers leave a pair of runners on base. Stretch time here in Burlington as we head towards the bottom of the 7th inning. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Tigers. We'll get to that after a short break here as we prepare. Score after 6.5 innings of play. It is the Waterloo Tigers 5. It is the Burlington Brants no score. We'll take a short break. Be right back here on the CABC National live stream. This evening's game brought to you by our sponsor, Field of Dreams Baseball Camps in the Greater Toronto area. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 21, Robbie Price. Leading off for the Brants, first baseman number 99, Max Von Dominican.
So a few changes here as we get going here in the bottom of the seventh inning. On the mound now for the Waterloo Tigers is right-hander number 21, Robbie Price. As he delivers his second pitch to pinch hitter Kyle Arbuthnot, who pops that one up a mile high to short left field. That play is going to get made by the shortstop, Julian Russell. So Arbuthnot is down for the first out here in the bottom of the seventh. So with Price in pitching now, that closes the book on starting right-hander Crawford Passy for the Waterloo Tigers, and he had a great evening.
The third baseman, number 21, Bill Ryu.
6 shutout innings for the young right-hander, allowing only 2 hits, hit 2 walks, collected 4 strikeouts on the evening as that ball stroked down the left field line, and it is going to be just foul outside the foul line. Off the bat of Bill Rayom, so he'll make his way back to the plate. Rayom on the evening, 0 for 2, a pop out the shortstop. He also grounded out the shortstop back in the fourth. Due up third this inning is the catcher, Sawyer Whitaker. It looks like, if I'm seeing correctly, if we extend past that, it looks like Tim Sogan has a bat in his hands now and will hit this inning as well. I'm assuming that will be in the DH spot for Colton Donaldson. That pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now here on the third baseman, Bill Rayom. Price with the long look in here to catcher Cam Baker. He has the sign he wants now and comes set. Here's the pitch. Slider that misses down and away for a ball. Evens the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. That one belted a mile high towards right field. Sending the right fielder back towards the fence, but a little bit of an awkward start to that route, but ends up making the catch. That's Griffin Lushishin out there. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Grants, the catcher, number 26, Sawyer Whitaker.
So 2 outs now. Catcher Sawyer Whitaker going to step in for the Brants. Also 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out the second base. Flew out center field. First pitch from Price. A slider that drops in there for strike 1. That pitch fouled over in the on-deck circle by the Brants. The count now, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Price set. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider in on the hands, grounded towards second base. That's going to get picked up by Sargison and on to first base. The Brants are down in order here in the home half of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We head on to the top of the 8th inning here at Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario. The score, the Waterloo Tigers 5 and the Burlington Brants no score. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for the top of the 8th inning. just on the other side. While we get a quick chance, we'd like to thank, even though we have our key sponsor for tonight's live stream, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank many of the sponsors that we have this year, and we were quite overwhelmed with the number of people that wanted to come on. As we go through Fern Foundation Media, we thank you guys for your work you do with us in our podcast. Inked Baseball and their help with us with our CABC clothing. K Sports Live, who does a great job of doing a lot of live streaming out east in New Brunswick, as well as our Field of Dreams baseball camps, who's our mainstream sponsor for this evening's game. And then a number of baseball teams from across the country who have jumped on board and given a lot of sponsorships. But we thank all those teams, the Charlottetown Islanders, the Moncton Mets, the Chatham Ironmen, the Fredericton Royals, all from the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. We have the Jets, the Montreal baseball team out of the LBMQ, who's also sponsored. Here in Ontario, we have the Etobicoke Rangers, as well as the Newmarket Hawks, who have both donated as well, and the Marysburg Royals and Regina Trappers, both from the Saskatchewan leagues, who have helped us out this year as well. So thank you so much to each and every one of you guys for your support this year of the site, as well as the podcast and the live stream. It's greatly appreciated from all of you. Luke Connors makes his way back out to the mound here in the top of the 8th inning as he delivers a strike on his first pitch to catcher Cam Baker as he pops that one up down the right field line. And a great play there by Kyle Arbuthnot as he's just into the game defensively. And I think all the years, Bruce, I've played for Greg Cranker, he says the ball always finds the first person in defensively.
Now batting the second baseman, number 7, Justin Sargis.
Good play there by Arbuthnot there as Cam Baker down on the F3 for the first out here. Second baseman, Justin Sargison, going to make his way up now. Sargison so far this evening, 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts. He walked back in the 4th. So he finds himself now in a 1-1 count here against Brant's right-hander Luke Connors. Sorry, we were getting him confused a little bit earlier in the broadcast. He is wearing his brother's number, so but Joel's still pitching down south. The catcher, Sawyer Whitaker, makes the call on that one and makes the diving catch for the second out here in the top of the 8th. Has a little bit of fun there with the bench as he's joking with them.
Now batting the center fielder, number 27, Sean Skorupski.
So 2 quick outs here for the Brants in the top of the 8th inning, and we're back to the top of the order now with center fielder Sean Skorupski. Sean 0 for 4 tonight. He's reached on an error twice. As he swings through that heater and misses for strike 1. He also flew out to center field back in the 4th inning. And in the 6th, he was a strikeout victim of Luke Connors. A 1 pitch to Skorupski. He fell right back into the netting here in front of us for strike 2. Connors way up in this at bat now, 0-2. Shortstop Julian Russell waits on deck if Skrupski is able to extend the inning here. Connors with his sign now. Here's the pitch, 0-2. Nasty looking slider there that's waved at and missed by Skrupski, and he's down on strikes. Nothing across for the Tigers here in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We head to the home half of the 8th inning. Score remains the Waterloo Tigers 5 and the Burlington Brants no score. We'll take a short break. Be right back for the bottom of the 8th in a couple of minutes.
Leading off for the Brants, the designated hitter, number 24, Tim Sogan.
So we're back for the bottom of the 8th inning here, and again, a few changes for the Brants this inning. Corey Morrison is out, and DH Tim Sogan is going to take a fastball from right-hander Robbie Price for strike 1. First at bat for Sogan on the evening, as Robbie Price finds himself up quickly here 0-2 on the veteran Sogan. Oh, 2 pitch to Sogan. Just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Again, Sogan's had very limited time so far this summer. Kind of trying to work back here through a few injuries. 1-2 pitch. That slider drops in for strike 3. Sogan down on strikes for the first out.
Oh, that's Crossley. Who? Dalton Crossley.
Now batting for the Brants, number 5, Dalton Crossley. Crossley, correction.
So another pinch hitter here for the Brants in the home half of the 8th as Dalton Croswell steps in for his at bat. Hits that one off the end of the bat towards second base. Sargent set up with it. Good wheels there from Croswell, but he's just out by a step at first. Didn't really get a chance to talk about Dalton, but Dalton makes his way over to the Brants this year after playing the last few seasons with the Ilderton Riverhawks. Obviously a good pickup for the
Now batting
Brants.
shortstop, number 23, Jamie Mercer.
Patrols the outfield for them, but good speed in the outfield, good speed in the base paths, and is good stick once he gets going here. Is that pitch taken for a strike there by Jamie Mercer? That ball hit on a line to shortstop. Is Russell going to make that play? And Mercer, the only guy who's been able to figure out some Waterloo pitching tonight with a pair of hits. He lines out and ends the bottom of the 8th inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on for the Brants. We head to the top of the 9th. Last inning of play is the Waterloo Tigers, currently leading the Burlington Brants by a score of 5-0. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for the top of the 9th right after this.
Now pitching for the Brants, number 16, Evan Krajewski. Leading off for the Tigers, the shortstop, number 15, Julian Russell.
So we're back here for the top of the 9th inning in Burlington. Pitching change for the Brants as right-hander number 16, Evan Krajewski, takes over on the mound. That pitch misses just up for a ball. Shortstop Julian Russell leads things off. Gets the ball on the ground towards shortstop. The grass eats that one up, and that throw is going to go up and over the head of Kyle Arbuthnot. Tough play there. As you can tell, the dew on the grass starting to play a little bit of an effect here now as that ball slowed right down on the shortstop, Jamie Mercer. So that one going to get scored a hit.
Now batting the left fielder, number 56, Gabriel Ferrer.
So Russell aboard for the 3rd time this evening. And a pair of walks along with that single as well. He struck out and grounded out to first base, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Gabriel Pereira. A fastball there from Krajewski, but just misses the outside corner for Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Pitch from Trajkowski. That one finds the zone for a strike. Evens the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Russell with his lead from first. That pitch misses down for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Tigers currently lead this game 5-0 as we play here in the top of the 9th. That one misses outside as well for a ball. And I was just talking to the 2 guys up here in the booth with me, and one of those things that's, things play into account here tonight that right now Waterloo with 5 runs only on 3 hits. 13 walks so far for the pitching staff for the Burlington Brants as they rack up another one here and make that 14 now. Certainly one of those things that comes back to get you in a game when you can't find the strike zone and the other team's able to get runners on base. All it takes is that 1 hit.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Jaden Kemp.
The gentleman at the plate tonight has provided 3 of those. He comes up here with another chance to be able to do some damage with runners in scoring position as he's already 2 for 2 tonight. And sorry, I apologize. 3 for 3 tonight with 2 singles and a double. He also has a sac fly and has collected 3 RBIs. That pitch misses for a ball. Trajkowski's set at the belt. A couple of looks towards second base. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off the hands and back to the backstop. Pereira taking the second to fix his shoe there at first. Good pitch there from Trajkowski as they're going to check on the appeal, and absolutely that was a swing there for sure. So count now 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Jaden Kemp. So that slider misses down and away for ball 3. Fills the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pair of runners on base here for the Tigers as they look to try and hopefully tack on a little bit of insurance here. We play in the top of the 9th. 5-0 Waterloo Tigers over the Burlington Brants right now. Here's the full count pitch. And that one misses down, and that is walk number 15 on the evening for the Brants pitching staff. That one.
Batting the third baseman, number 25, Baron Krishna Magaru.
So that one will load the bases now with nobody out. Third baseman Varun Krish makes his way up as he chops that one towards second base. High hop as that one's thrown on to second. They get the lead runner, but on to first, and that is overthrown at the bag. Arbuthnot tries to get the runner at the plate. So that's going to bring 2 runners across. And that will extend the Waterloo lead now to 7-0.
Now batting designated hitter number 3, Wade Sage.
So the Brants able to get an out there on the flip to second base. Unfortunately, with the overthrow at first, that's going to allow Krish to reach on the fielder's choice. And puts another 2 runs across the plate for the Waterloo Tigers, who now lead this one 7-0. Wade Sage now at the plate. Fastball misses in from Krajcowski for a ball. Count now 2-0. Ball popped up. Shortstop Jamie Mercer going to make the call and the catch. Wade Sage is down for the second out here in the top of the ninth.
Now batting the right fielder number 4, Griffin Lushishin.
So 2 outs and a runner on first here for the Tigers. Right fielder Griffin Lushishin going to step in. That ball hit towards third base. Double pump there from Marion, but he throws across the diamond, able to retire Lushishin in time. And that is all for the Tigers here in the top of the ninth inning. So for the Tigers, they get 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no Burlington errors. There's 1 runner left on base. Oh, sorry, there was 1 error that inning. Correct. So after 8.5 innings of play, we head to the bottom of the ninth. The current score right now, it is the Waterloo Tigers 7. The Burlington Brants no score. We're going to take a short break. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the ninth here after the pause.
Now pitching for the Tigers, number 10, Spencer Bertelson.
So we are back here for the bottom of the ninth inning with right fielder Colton Donaldson leading things off against new Waterloo pitcher, right-hander Spencer Bertelson. Bertelson going to get some work in here in the bottom of the ninth. That slider just misses away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here on the right fielder, Donaldson. Came in the 6th, struck out in his first at bat. 1-2 pitch. That one just misses outside for a ball. Evens the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch misses up for a ball. Top of the order due up after Donaldson with center fielder Michael Westlake on deck. Second baseman Matt Mastin-Tuono due up third as Donaldson swings through that and misses for strike 3. And he is down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth.
Now batting the right direction. Center fielder number 14, Mike Westlake.
So 1 out, center fielder Mike Westlake going to step in now. First pitch from Bertelson misses up in the zone for ball 1. Westlake is 0 for 2 tonight. He had a walk in the first, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out as he swings through that one and misses for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike to count here with 1 out. That pitch from Bertelson misses down for ball 2. 7-0 Waterloo here as we play in the bottom of the ninth inning. My apologies. That one's fouled to the backstop.
Well, 14 walks, 15 walks.
2-2 the count here on Westlake. Slider misses the outside corner for a ball. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looks like we do have a pinch hitter on deck. So it looks like Daryl Pierce awaits. That pitch misses up in the zone. Westlake's going to draw the walk. He'll make his way to first. And as we said before, pinch hitter coming up now for Mastin-Tuono as
Second baseman number 3, Daryl Pierce.
Daryl Pierce going to get some swings in now for Mastin-Tuono. First pitch to Pierce is swung on and missed for strike 1. That pitch misses for a ball, evens the count now, 1-1. That one fouled back and out of play, just over our heads here. Makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good outing tonight for the right-hander, Robbie Price, apologies. As he goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs. Picked up a strikeout and had no walks as that pitch misses outside from Bertelson for a ball. Again, the theme of the game tonight that seems to be the difference is that ball's popped up by Pierce towards second base. Second baseman Justin Sargison's going to camp under that one and make the catch for the second out.
Now batting the first baseman number 55, Kyle Arbuthnot.
It's been the tale of 2 games in this one with pitching staffs as the Waterloo staff has been very efficient on the mound. only allowing to this point 3 hits. That ball lined to left field and caught, and that is the game. So for the Brants in the bottom of the 9th, they scored no runs on no hits. There were no Waterloo errors. Burlington leaves 1 runner on base. The final score here this evening from Nelson Park in Burlington, Ontario. It is the Waterloo Tigers successful in this game as they defeat the Burlington Brants by a score of 7-0. Winning pitcher for the Waterloo Tigers is right-hander Crawford Passy. Goes 6 innings, allowing no runs on 2 hits, with 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Losing pitcher for the Burlington Brants is Alex Papadopoulos. We appreciate all you joining in tonight. Working through some kinks with the names, but I promise you we'll get better. Hopefully going to have lots of action to bring you guys this summer. As we said, we have the Gold Bat in Sarnia coming up. We'll also be at the full weekend for the elimination tournament in August. So we'll have lots of coverage there. Hoping to do a few more games like this along the way. Appreciate all you joining in tonight. Again, thank you to our in-game sponsor, Field of Dreams Baseball Camps in the Greater Toronto area. We appreciate you, as well as all of our sponsors, for supporting the CABC this year with our live stream. That's all tonight from Nelson Park. We appreciate you joining in. Again, the final score, 7-0. The Waterloo Tigers are successful in this game over the Burlington Brants. Take care. Have a great evening, and we'll see you back for our next game.